was burned. I couldn't walk, so I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't even pull myself out of the wheelchair because I only had one good arm. So, between the wheelchair, the trauma, the loss, I didn't know where to start. It was just too hard. It was like looking at a mountain that was 20,000 feet tall.
My first encounter Tanya had on the internet group, we began having an email conversation, and she shared her story with me, and I shared my story with her, which was kind of normal for survivors to do. I was struck by how dramatic her story was. It was pervasive. It was this idea of this person who had gone through so much, and people try to protect her a lot, and I think I probably had a protective feeling right from the start.
I met Jerry Bluegrass. And Jerry was also meeting with survivors. He started having dinner with people in his office who were interested in meeting and discussing their September 11th experience.
I had the idea for this Survivors Network because, again, I had this feeling of having a hole I needed to fill about 9/11 in me.
We ended up going for coffee that same day. We decided to unite forces and we formed the Local Care Survivors Network. I've been working at my work. I've been working for the Survivors Network, for the AIDS Foundation, for the Widows Group, and that's just been just working 24 hours a day non-stop for different things. And that's how my anger was channeled. Because of the passion that I had to really not be like a shoulder.
Tanya's story travels through the 9/11 community, and she was praised for her work with the World Trade Center Survivors Network.
I would call her just an energetic booster for the survivor community. She genuinely wanted recognition for the survivor network and the survivor community to recognize not only what they had gone through and attest to that, but to provide a venue for them to feel like this is theirs.
And there, I started done on my own.
We didn't have access to the site, so that initial ability to actually go into the site was a very powerful experience, and it was very much appreciated that Tanya was able to make those arrangements.
It's amazing that she survived, so you were just thankful, to look at her and see people recover and heal and do amazing stuff with their lives.
She had a tremendous sense of humor and laughed a lot. And one couldn't help but be drawn into that. They did a great job.
Thank you.
And after some time, Jerry, the co-founder for Survivors Network, began to doubt Tanya's story.
It was a story that pulled you in.
What is going on?
But I did notice that her arm looked like it had been, I don't know, it almost looked like skin grafts on her right arm. And I remember thinking that it didn't look like it had been burned. I felt mad at myself for even thinking that there was something amiss. But I often wonder why I was even asking the question.
It's a great piece of meat, isn't it?
What are we using it for today?
My spaghetti bolognese. Is it local?
We're only 70 miles away.
Nice tomatoes. Where are they from?
They're English.
What's the point of being discerning with your ingredients if you're not discerning about your stock? Your stock pots are made with real ingredients for a real meaty taste. Make your meals as good as mine. Always.
For 20 years, our credit cards have helped you define who you are. They've helped you save children, shelter animals, and show your true colours. They've helped you fly to dream destinations. Get the things you love. They've helped you look after your favourite places. Support what's important to you and more. The security and freedom to shape your world through MBNA. The power behind your credit card since 1993. Refreshingly perfect. to get BT Sport, including unmissable marketing matches. Or absolutely free with BT Broadband. Either way, it's on Sky Guide Channel 4 and 3. Just call us with your viewing card number and we'll connect you.
Oh, my eyes are
BT
hurting.
Sport HD. You can also catch every kick, try and touch in high definition. Call us today on 0800 200 700.
The new, more powerful Octavia VRS. It's not your everyday family car. Skoda. Simply clever.
Happiness is getting the holiday started. It's turning your case upside down to find your swimsuits. It's getting one for the photo album. It's not having to lift a finger. And never hearing an "I'm bored" all week. Happiness is Jet2 holidays. All protected.
£268, £217, or £243. Confused.com, quote.
Listen, someone just went to sleep in there. It don't matter. That's what I
Is that Big Brother?
Celebrity Big Brother, 9 o'clock tonight on Channel 5.
Many who survived the tragic events of 9/11 found comfort by joining survivor groups. One such organisation was co-founded by Tanya Head, but unknown to her colleagues, Tanya had fabricated a story about her own survival on that horrific day. Her tale developed further when she introduced a fictional relationship she had with a man called Dave, who died during the attacks. She would often describe their life together before 9/11, in particular the time they went to Hawaii.
One day I came home from work, and what I found was rose petals leading from the door to our dining room. And I followed the rose petals, and I found Dave standing there with a coconut bra and a grass skirt, dancing to Hawaiian songs. And I was like, oh my god! And he had even cooked this really disgusting Hawaiian food recipes that he had found on the internet. And on the dining table were two tickets to Hawaii leaving the next day.
He planned this whole amazing trip because she was busy working and he wanted to take her away and had her measurements sent and made her this beautiful white dress, and her parents came from California over there to witness the ceremony. It wasn't a legal ceremony, it was like just a ceremony of a wedding.
I walked outside and there were these 4 huge Hawaiian warriors with torches waiting for me outside, and I'm like, what's going on? And they're like, no, we're just escorting you down the garden. I'm like, okay. So I followed them and we went all the way to the beach. And there was Dave standing in the middle of a circle of orchids. And next morning we started calling all our friends and families, telling them we had gotten married. Not married, but married.
Other members of the group were now beginning to doubt Tanya's story.
Whenever she talked about Dave, she never showed any pictures or anything. So the thought crossed my mind, What if she's one of these people who just never tells the truth and she just made everything up? You know, the thought crossed my mind, but I didn't think it was possible. So what I did was, I was about to go to bed that night, and I figured, you know what? Let me just look online, do a little research on part of her story, make sure there's a connection, and see the story's true, go to bed. And he existed. He was where she said he was, and, you know, he died on that day. There were a lot of newspaper articles, message boards. He was a very popular guy. But there was one thing that wasn't there. Any mention of Tanya, anywhere. No mention of a fiance, no mention of the trip to Hawaii that she talked about the month before. I mean, just no mention of anything that she said.
To get a better understanding of who Tanya Head is, we have to travel to her hometown, Barcelona.
Tania Head pertenecía pues a una buena familia catalana, conservadora. La conocía muchísima gente. Es una persona que se mueve en un nivel social, pues iba a un club de tenis donde va lo mejor de la sociedad barcelonesa, pero había mucha gente que la conocía. Tania era una persona alegre, jovial, tenía muy buen humor. Nos hicimos muy amigas cuando teníamos 9 o 10 años. Se daba mucho a sus amigas. Ella siempre me contaba de sus novios, que se casaría con este, que se casaría con el otro. Un novio me contaba, ay, tengo este novio, que hacemos esto, hacemos lo otro, es tan guapo. Y era muy gracioso para mí. Entonces yo le escuchaba y, hombre, sí, claro que sí. Mimada, sí. Tenía un pura sangre árabe muy bonito. Ella podía montar muy bien a caballo. Y bueno, montábamos en el polo y nos íbamos también de excursión. Y sobre todo una característica que yo y todas nuestras amigas sabíamos era que estaba enamorada de los americanos. Era un mundo que la atraía mucho y los idealizaba realmente.
In New York, it didn't take long for Tanya's story of rescue by Wells Crowther, who died in the attacks, to reach Wells's mother.
I first heard the name Tanya Head when a friend of ours, who we got to know, a very lovely woman who volunteers down at Ground Zero, called me and said, Allison, I think I've met someone, I've heard of someone else who Wells saved. This woman at Ground Zero was leading the tour, and she started sharing a story about how the man in the red bandana saved her. I said, oh, that's wonderful. We would love to meet her. And then she came and she said, well, she would like to meet with you, but very privately. It has to be very privately. I said, well, fine. We'll meet your members of the Princeton Club and have dinner there. She seemed very grateful, and we were, very pleased. It was a beautiful thing. We were very moved. She'd been saved, and obviously it meant so much to her.
I find that family members of people who killed, they want to know what happened, but I just don't want to put those images into their heads. They don't have to know. They don't have to know how their loved ones died. I think it's better if they just don't know.
Another survivor from that day and someone who became very close to Tanya is Linda Gormley.
I'm a survivor from September 11th, and I finally found a purpose. I know I am here. And it's to talk to people like you that come and want to hear our story. So that's very important to me. This is Tanya. Tanya's also a survivor. She's also Spanish speaking. So she is on her tail. She's also a survivor, and she's also one of my best friends. I met Tanya.
Tanya and Linda were like sisters. They just, every time we had any kind of event, whether it was, like an official meeting or anytime we went out socially, those two were always together.
Let's show him what regular people at the U.S. Open do. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's show him now what survivors do when they go to the U.S. Open.
Take off my please. Take off my please.
Tanya taught me how to live life with grace, with courage,
with the strength to overcome, to me, some of the scariest things that I've ever faced in my entire life. I don't want to live my life based on what happened to me. I want to live my life like Tanya's living her life, like going out and helping other people.
It sounds like, despite at least, she sounds like, although she's obviously faked a lot of stuff, she has helped a few people through the whole thing.
We had a very beautiful bronze sculpture of a phoenix bird rising from the World Trade Center with our message that, good will prevail, that good will rise from the ashes like a phoenix and prevail. So we were dedicating that sculpture at church, and we invited Tanya to come.
Father was on that 78 before Scott joined us today to testify. And I'm going to ask her now to speak with the Lord.
I remember when we got to his service, Tanya was a nervous wreck. She couldn't get up. She couldn't read the piece, and she had asked me to read it.
When Alice was at that, I sat down staring at the wrong screen. I can't cry, unable to find the words, the right words to say. What exactly did you say to the family of the man who saved your life and gave you the process?
Wells was my hero, too, because he saved Tanya.
And I found myself lying right here, and I eventually crashed down the marble wall.
It was all part of this beautiful service that was filled with love and hope and we were so moved, really moved.
Well, okay.
I was almost paralyzed. The things they were saying about my son Wells were so beautiful and so powerful. He said over and over again, you have no idea truly what your son faced.
We believe that through the song itself, that we can make that happen there. Now that Dave is gone, because we were going to have that wedding on October 12th, and then we really filed the marriage certificate here in New York, so in the eyes of the laws, we weren't married. It was a big price to settle because we were going to get married here in October 12th, so when he died, that was a huge problem for me, but I was able to settle that with the help of a lawyer, and a judge ended up marrying us posthumously, which was the saddest thing in the world, to become a widow, like that, but it's strange.
Tanya was very, very distant from all of us. And she had been in denial for years about her husband dying.
There was times when I was concerned that she would hurt herself, maybe suicide. She would sometimes say that she wanted to die, and a couple of the other board members and I would talk about that, and we were concerned at times that she might take her own life.
Tanya was in the middle of doing this very intensive therapy called flooding to face Dave's death.
You would tell your story to the therapist, and you would report it.
And you have to keep reliving over and over again the experience of the tragic or traumatic event that went through your life. She tape recorded her experience from September 11th. I would be behind her and she would start circling around and the tape would play. Oh my god, the plane is coming. And it would literally crash. And I can tell you, I could visualize the stuff listening to her talk about it. I started incorporating what she had told me on the tape into my nightmares, and there wasn't almost a night that I didn't have a building collapsing on me. When I finally told her, Tanya, I've got to stop doing flooding exercise with you, she told me that I was a horrible friend, and I was so selfish. How could I be such a selfish person? Didn't I realize what she went through? Didn't I realize that the trauma that she had sustained was so much worse than the trauma I had sustained?
I actually became very worried about Linda because I know Linda's still working through her own stuff. I was worried that there would be that much involved of someone whom I came to realize was not doing well at all, and it seemed to be getting worse.
The steel shoes at Windsors have got great style and great value.
Leather shoes for £11. That's a fantastic bargain.
It's good for children's shoes, and it's got really good selection.
Price for really good, actually.
Get a massive range from £6. Yes, £6.
Really nice styles and not worries when you get to the till.
Like our biggest selection of kickers yet. In store now.
Buy in store and online, and the website's great.
Get down to Windsors World of Shoes. We're cool to school.
School for tools.
There is an easier way to keep your home fragranced. Airwick Fresh Matic Max dispenses fragrance automatically, and just one refill contains 2,500 sprays. That's 55 days of freshness. All you need to do is enjoy.
Automagically.
Something in the air.
Automagically.
The Fiat 500L. And now our family has grown. The all-new Fiat 500L MPW with 7 seats.
Tonight we don't have a master plan, so we don't know where the night will take us. But one thing is certain, we will begin with a boldness.
At Cost Cutter, we're proud of our offers. Like these might be in a 4-packs, now only £1. Cost Cutter, proud to be local.
I booked this into one of the best hotels in town. This town.
Get amazing deals on London hotels. LoveLiving.com.
I love my husband, Joe. I love my girlfriend, Kate. I love swimming. I love swimming.
Whoever you are, you can get cashback plus rewards just for using your NatWest debit card. And at least 1% of your spend in rewards at selected retailers. So whether you've been with us for a while or you're just joining us, feel rewarded every day with cashback plus. NatWest. Helpful banking.
Which dishwasher tablet has not only been chosen by millions of households, but can also help solve even the toughest grease cleaning challenges, and has been rated most effective dishwasher detergent by Which in 2010, and 2011, and 2012, and now in 2013. Fairy Platinum. Well, it's the test today.
This summer, why not begin with a new Bums Cyber Gold Black Cherry or Press Red Grape?
With the governor gone, you'll be top dog in cell blockade. Wentworth Prison continues, 10 o'clock Wednesday on Channel.
That was good, wasn't it?
Catch the first episode anytime on Demand 5.
Welcome everyone to our walk today. It's going to be recognizing all the members of the 9/11 community, the victims and their families.
Tanya Head had so far managed to deceive her colleagues and friends with a fake story about her survival from the tragic events of 9/11. Along with Jerry, she had co-founded the Survivors Network, but now Tanya had plans to overthrow Jerry from the very organization he had helped to establish.
Connie began to tell me that people in the network were saying that it had some concerns with things that I was doing. There were people who had told her that I was not representing survivors aggressively enough. Then the war basically called me in and told me what their concerns were. A primary person in that whole conversation was Tom. Who was basically running this meeting.
Tanya was frightened of Jerry, that he was a hard worker and he started the Survivors Network. And I think she knew that she could manipulate.
Are you playing your
she kind of manipulated everybody else to go against them so that she could get along.
She had me thinking that Jerry was bad for the organization. Yet in my heart,
Doesn't work with this window.
I adore Jerry.
Doesn't work with this window.
You have to sometimes separate yourself from you as a person and you as part of the organization. And
Is there any crumpets left?
Yeah.
How many?
3. Why, do you want 3?
You
want 3 of me, alright?
No, because you're like...
No, that's fine. I can always have some post on what something.
You don't really want to come to this meeting now, do you? You know, that type of thing. And I started talking, I said, yeah, no, I'm going to be there and so forth. And then I realized through the conversation that what she was really saying is that I wasn't going to be elected to the board, re-elected to the board. I even said it to her. I said, you're telling me I'm not going to be re-elected. And she was kind of quiet. And I said, well, I'm still going to do that.
Stop giving me evils!
The next day I went to the meeting.
But give it the evils!
I wasn't elected to the board, and I left at that point.
Is there no sandwich
I remember
meat?
standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus.
Yeah, that's some sandwich meat.
You know, having a physical reaction, which is really shaking, totally shaking.
I'll give him some more biscuits.
Psychological way, physical way, actually shaking, and just wondering how I managed to alienate all these people, you know. And,
I'll get them a can of
and part of me was sort of rebelling against the anger there too. Like, what just happened? It was mostly self-doubt. It was mostly like, what did I do here? How did this happen? The next day, they came out with a press release, which described the new board, with Kanye as the president, offices we didn't have before. So there was this mysterious quality to it, too. I just couldn't put all these pieces together and figure out why they come out this way.
While Tanya had been jostling for power, a board member was coming close to revealing the truth about Tanya and her story.
Oh my god, I can't believe I'm seeing this. It's like, well, wait a minute. I keep trying to find one more website that will confirm her story, and I'm checking. Nothing. But I sat on this information. These people were so important in my life. They brought me back. You know, they made me into a human being again. I don't know what would have happened if I never met them. And I did not want to lose that. You know, I just could see her making all these people go away. And I couldn't, I knew deep down that I was going to tell eventually. You know, I just knew. But I didn't want to do it. I mean, I was just too scared because I knew the power that she had over people.
It was a couple of days before the 6th anniversary. Tanya came over to me. She was frantic. And she said that a New York Times reporter was going to do a story on her. They really just wanted to do a really nice story on her. 6 years later, where was she? You know, she went to Morgan and Stanford. She's doing all these wonderful things. He was asking a lot of personal questions that she did not want to answer. And he was going to write a lot of lies about her.
Be patient now.
They were supposed to meet. But she said that she had another appointment and was going to be late, so they had to cancel that. So he called her up, and she got very upset and hung up on him. She called me and said, he's asking me these questions, and why is he asking me all these questions? And I said, well, you don't have to answer them. It's okay.
We got a call from a reporter, David Dunlap, at the New York Times. And he said, hi, he said, I'm writing a story about Tanya Head, and you know, we just need, there's a couple things we can't quite put into place here.
I started to answer their questions, and about a quarter of the way in, I realized that this wasn't just a piece, this was an investigation.
She begged me to call the reporter and tell him to stop. I called up,
And I left a message saying, I understand you're doing a story on her. She does not wish to have a story written on her. Please respect her request, her wishes. And that was it. And after I hung up, she started yelling at me, telling me that I probably just made it worse by telling me that. I called them up and I said, this is a really difficult time of the year. Can you please wait until after the anniversary, since she said that she would do the interview then? He was screaming on the phone with me one day, like, why can't you just answer the questions? She was driving us absolutely crazy. She would call us constantly, several times a day, to talk about this stuff. And of course, everybody kept saying, just talk to the Times already. What is your problem? If he writes lies, you can just verify. All you have to do is just get Dave's parents to speak out, or his friends.
I begged her. I begged her to give me something, a piece of evidence that I could go to the miracle. I begged her. Give me the name of the firefighter that carried you out that night. The one that you were handed off to and threw you underneath that fire truck when the tower came down. Right on West Street. You told me that story a million times. You and that firefighter survived. Everybody else in Tanya's story had died. I begged her for the name of that firefighter, and she wouldn't give it to me.
I had suggested to her to get an attorney. I said, why don't you get yourself an attorney? This way, then you know what your rights are. So we went into the lawyer's office, and the lawyer called me in. She started saying things back to Tanya that they had spoke about in the meeting. And as she was saying back to Tanya, it's okay that you only knew Dave a few months. And now here, the story I had known is that she was married and, they had this long relationship. My life was perfect. And it's okay, Tanya, that you were only here in the building for the day. I worked in the Wiltshire Center. She died and I didn't. And I just could not believe what I was hearing. I was like, I think I went into shock. So why was it? Why didn't you leave me any fun? Definitely a love story. It feels wrong. But I realized when so many people did it.
Janice called me and asked me if I was sitting down, and I said, yeah, I'm sitting down. I was having my cup of coffee this morning, and she started telling me that Tanya is not who she said she was.
And she was like, oh no, come on. And I said, well, this is what I heard in the attorney's office, and both of us started looking things up.
She's not a fraud. She's a person that's hurting. And she said, no, Linda, her name is not what she's been telling us. There was no husband, Dave. She didn't even have a relationship with Dave. We don't even think she was in the towers that day.
When I got the phone call, I was at work. And immediately started yelling out right in my office, what happened? What happened? Because I thought she had done something to herself. And I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear that she had done something to herself. And Linda kept saying, it's not what you think, it's not what you think, it's not what you think. And finally she blurted out the words. And I wanted to hang up the phone. I wanted to yell at Linda and say, how could you say that? You just say that she's a fraud.
Shock and stunned.
Time discovered a flood of destructive animal that was under fire tonight.
Now to a mysterious story about a woman and a possible stunning deception.
No World Trade Center job, no fiance, no dramatic escape.
Merrill Lynch, the financial management company where she claimed to work, had no record of her employment.
I'm shocked. I couldn't believe it. What happened here? Why did she do this? And why did none of us question her?
There was no evidence that she made money off her story, but she certainly gained fame.
Can we talk to you for a minute, please?
Head has now been removed as president of the 2,000-member organization of Trade Center survivors.
The person that we saw, that we believed in, never existed. You're looking at everyone with suspicion. If Tanya could lie, anybody could lie.
Sounds like some kind of dodgy film.
It does.
One of those dodgy horror films.
MOT for £39.
Star it's the woman who wasn't there.
Quick fix.
A low budget thriller.
Full LED headlights, navigation system, and DAB digital radio free of charge. This week, all these fresh vegetables are 50p each. Amazing value. So go on, take your pick of the street only on Market Street. Morrison's, more of what matters.
I'm coming home, baby.
We put more cars at your fingertips than any other site. So if you're looking for something new or something a little older, when it's time to change your car, why go anywhere else? Auto Trader.
From sunrise to sunset. Lightweight, comfortable, flexible. Go walk, only from Skechers.
I love my husband, Jay. I love my girlfriend, Kate. I love swimming. I love swimming.
Wherever you are, you can get cashback plus rewards just for using your NatWest debit card. Earn at least 1% of your spend in rewards at selected retailers. So whether you've been with us for a while or you're just joining us, feel rewarded every day with Cashback Plus. NatWest. Helpful banking.
Yeah, there's gold, then there's damn gold. Say hello to those lights I scrolled killer.
OK Bingo is here, and it's huge! Join us on OK Bingo today and discover a world of fun, friends, and all your favourite bingo games in one place. Play bingo with live presenters and hot new offers every week. And who knows, you could win one of our big cash prizes. Plus, come in and deposit £10 with us today, and you'll have £30 to play with. okbingo.co.uk. Eyes down for the biggest party in town.
A 5-year no-claim discount. You deserve all you do on your car insurance. That's why LV Guarantee will give you an amazing 75% no-claim discount. And even 4 drivers should save. Whoa, up to £130. Call our lovely people on 0800 507 507 or go to lv.com.
For the Glastonbury bound with their liquid luggage. Their Dodgers finishing their journey the hard way. And Liz checking out the surf in St Ives. It's full steam ahead on the railway. First Great Western. 8 o'clock Thursday on Channel 5. Check previous episodes anytime on Demand 5.
Tanya was my sign.
sign that God was there that day. I felt like God had protected her. Well, God's going to protect me also, because she beat the odds that day. She beat all the odds that day. So to have that taken away from me, the sign that God was there that day, there's nothing that she could ever say to me today or going forward that will ever change the pain and the anger. And I'm sorry, but the hatred that I have for that woman right now, I don't have any room in my heart to find sadness for her. What she did to me, what she did to the 9/11 community, and what she has done to the families. I want answers. I want to know. I want to know who she is. I need to find that out.
Some of the answers to the questions about why Tanya made up her story can be found from those who knew her in Spain.
Pues cuando ya supimos todo lo que ha hecho, toda esta entramada que había orquestado Tanya Head, pues nos quedamos muy sorprendidos. A nosotros nos parecía casi imposible pensar que una persona que se hacía pasar por víctima del 11S fuese de Barcelona. A las 11 de la mañana me llama una persona diciendo que cree conocer, o que cuanto menos, Tanya Head le resulta familiar. Él me dice que Tanya Head no se llama Tanya Head, sino que en Barcelona la conoció y se llamaba Alicia Esteve. El padre de Tanya, Francisco Esteve, era un ingeniero naval, tenía una empresa naval que se llamaba Anisa, cuyo se vieron envueltos en un caso financiero muy complicado a raíz de unos pagarés falsos que tenía con el exconseller de Finanzas de la Generalitat. Fue inculpado y procesado. Y tuvo que cumplir pena de cárcel, junto a su hijo también. De eso, el crisis económico de su familia, eso le hizo mucho daño a ella y toda la publicidad de los periódicos, de la televisión, volvió a poner todo aquello que le había hecho mucho daño a ellos y a su familia. Y a raíz de eso, Tanya dejó de ver a su padre y a sus dos hermanos.
She didn't hurt anyone physically. She didn't sign any documents. She did not do anything what we would say is illegal.
I think after 9/11, we all wanted to have peace. I mean, I think if we're being honest with ourselves, there's a real human, strong desire to not only give back and try to help, but also to connect to it in some fundamental way.
I think, my friends who are widows were like, well, why would you want to be us? Why would you want to be us? And, having known what we've suffered, that was to all of us a very difficult to have.
There's also a very simple explanation for the scars Tanya claims she suffered during 9/11.
Una expedición en coche por la costa valenciana. Salió de la carretera.
Wouldn't you know that the cars were quite big? The cars were not fresh. Scars were fresh.
Alicia, que fue la única que salió perjudicada en ese accidente, su brazo salió despedido. Tuvieron que recuperarlo para que se pudiesen reimplantar. Realmente, desde que tuvo el accidente, la condición le dejó mucho y su progreso económico de su familia, su padre que sufrió mucho, su hermano también, pues entonces ella hizo una separación de los mundos. Yo lo vi clarísimo, y otra gente que estábamos cerca de ella también. Estaba en el año 2000 estudiando el MBA en ESADE. El 11 de septiembre es un día festivo en Cataluña porque se conmemora la Diada Nacional. Es festivo, todo está cerrado ese día y no hay clases. Una semana después del 11S, ella estaba sentada en el pupitre en clase en ESADE. Ana Cristina, Miguel, Freire, Alicia, Esteve,
Tanya was doing on 9/11/2001. She probably was just having a regular day in Barcelona, getting up like everyone else. Someone made some form of an announcement that there's a terrorist attack going on in Manhattan.
From what I can tell, she had never been in the World Trade Center. It's obvious she did her research on Dave, who she had never met. I mean, she knows where her company was located. So she probably did her research on us. She was probably just watching us and trying to see what we were talking about and how we felt, and she adopted the personality. She knew how survivors felt after going through something like that, and she became one of us.
Para ella personalmente, ella vio en eso una posibilidad para destacar, para incluso ser admirada, comprendida, no sé. Se le abrió un mundo en esta especie. Nueva York, claro, es una ciudad de sueño. Para ella ese sueño lo consiguió a raíz de los dos.
After the Times article, she disappeared. And I don't know if it's because she actually just left the country or she's just been hiding well. But really none of us have had any contact with her since then.
The only thing she did was she wrote me an email and said hello. I saw that as her way of opening up a line of communication. I just deleted the email, and that was it. There had to be some sort of recognition that she was doing something wrong. And she was deviant in that way. But that is only something that we see now. That's something that we couldn't see then.
Today, the World Trade Center Survivors Network that Tanya helped to create continues its valuable work for those who are affected by events on that tragic day.
Well, we're up to all survivors. Let me tell you. Yeah. So you let them know and they'll let you in. Thank you. No problem, me, guys. No pushing, no shoving.
I just hope that she really does get the help she needs and that she can get a full life. She's a smart woman, she's talented, and she can offer a lot of great stuff in this world. So forgiveness, yeah, there's absolutely forgive her.
I know we should forgive, but I don't know. It would really take a lot. I don't think I could ever do it. I just feel that hurt, that wrong.
She was a troubled person. There were issues that drove her to do this, and because she was not functioning in a normal way, how can you not forgive someone like that?
She's never apologized. This is all a great mystery, and it is what it is, and it's not going to affect my life anymore.
I've already forgiven her. Holding on to all the feelings that I had once I found out that she had lied to us is not going to take me anywhere where I want to go.
All I think was, when you start putting this together, I'm thinking, where's Tanya when you needed her? You know what I mean? And it just made me feel even more upset because I'm like, I miss her. Really, I miss her. No, I miss it like I miss life back on September 10th. I miss that. I miss the what was. I miss what could have been. That's what I miss.
on Channel 5. Catch up with the latest bizarre activity in the Celebrity Big Brother house. That's after the news headlines in just a moment.
In just a moment.
What are you fucking
This week has left a truly remarkable legacy. It's garden warfare. As they battle to save another community project. Construction Squad, 8 o'clock Friday on Channel 5. Catch previous episodes anytime on Demand 5.
Scotland might surprise you. You can take in everything, from standing stones to nights that were really jumpy. Our performances with a twist. Epic shows and castles and shows. And where better to wind down up a tree? So this year, surprise yourself. Visit Scotland.
It's a Chablis report. I'm getting vanilla and just a foot of Worcestershire and pebbles in the way.
Oh, you get a crisp sharp jelly, zesty island. It's good. Do you get it?
Overbearing aromas of potential relish. New Gordon's crisp cucumber. Should we get started?
Soon you'll be able to fly direct to your P&O Cruises holiday in the Mediterranean. So you can start your holiday exactly where you want to be. For FlyNet holidays from just £699 and our full range of cruises direct from Southampton, go to pocruises.co.uk or visit your travel agent. At all protected.
Welcome to 5 News, I'm Rebecca Barry. The Coronation Street star Michael Lavelle has gone on trial accused of raping and sexually assaulting two young girls. The actor, who's played Kevin Webster for 30 years, is facing a total of 12 charges. Lavelle allegedly told the child she would die if she told anyone about the abuse. He denies all the charges. The government has ruled out holding another military vote on military action in Syria. A number of politicians have been calling for a second debate after the Prime Minister's dramatic defeat last Thursday. But Downing Street says David Cameron has absolutely no plans to go back to Parliament. Both France and the US are still pushing for military action. And Gareth Bale has been unveiled as the most expensive footballer of all time, the 24-year-old.
Lol.
You'll be top dog in cell block age. When the prison continues,
I think somebody might have pressed on button.
Catch the first episode anytime on Demand 5.
Yes, dark stuff be here Wednesday nights, and while they're locked up down under, what about those trapped under the dome? The new series continues at 10 after showbiz types surrounded by themselves. Expect strong language from the start, flashing images, adult themes, possible nudity.
Tonight, Celebrity Big Brother, sponsored by SuperCasino.com.
Are we watching this, are we?
Previously, a house on the brink.
Listen, Sophie, I'm fed up with you. I'm just sick of it. What the hell? Maybe he likes me very much. I can read a shit. Doggy slide. Oh, God.
You're horrible. Why was that?
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it's looking good too. No, it's in the back of your mind you're thinking, you're ridiculous excuses. I know what you've done, you know what you've done, why are you even bothering? 6:30 p.m. in rush hour on all the major routes in and out of Bradford. Motorway cops PC Andy Farron and PC Lindsay Pickles are coming to the end of their shift.
I'm starving though.
No, I'm not going to get Chinese. But their takeaway is going to have to wait.
I had an earpiece in on the local Bradford channel, and I could hear one of my colleagues mentioning a white Sprinter van that were making off from them. And at the same time I could hear this, a white Sprinter van came past me, and I can see blue lights from the police van.
This van had been involved or had been seen leaving the scene of the burglary. So that's the only information that we had at that time.
Andy and Lindsay are trained in pursuit driving. As they catch up with the chase, they signal to pass.
Got a vehicle making off. Find one currently on next to Mary's Road towards Runway.
You get a rush of adrenaline, with everything, gripping the steering wheel and thinking, right, we're in for a roll.
Left onto Drummond Road.
You never know what's going to happen, you never know what's around the corner, you never know how members of the public are going to react, so it's a dangerous situation.
After chasing the van for 2 miles towards Bradford city centre, Andy spots a chance to try and identify the driver and gets alongside the speeding van.
Yeah, we've got an Asian male driver.
There are many things that we have to consider in a split second. The fact target vehicle crashes into a family and causes serious injuries, it's always in the back of our head, what if that were my family or my colleague's family.
Left onto Whitesview.
Andy and Lindsay call for backup.
Right, we're currently on Walker Drive, going back towards general direction of Thornton Road.
Lindsay's directions are crucial for the other units making their way to the chase.
Speed is now 50
The stakes are rising as the van heads back towards busy
Claire?
rush hour streets.
It's tea time, people coming and going from work,
Right.
children. It's a highly residential area, the roads were busy.
What's the matter?
Can you ask her if I can borrow so it's a little bit of tobacco we have to put first and foremost.
Okay.
So it's a Mercedes Sprinter. Right, Whitler Lane again.
But before they can bring the van to a halt, the game plan suddenly changes.
Alright.
We will abort any pursuit if the risk that they're taking far outweigh the reasons that we need to stop them. It's just not worth ending it with a fatality.
Ahead, another police car arrives and blocks the road, but the van driver is so desperate to get away, he's prepared to do anything.
Oh shit, don't go past.
We were concerned at the point, really concerned. Very fortunately, the van didn't hit anybody.
It's always one of those things that is frustrating if we do lose them after the pursuit that it has to be alerted, it has to be alerted.
We're now back onto Whitler Lane. We've got one full seat passenger that's on the phone and a driver.
But then the van driver makes his first big mistake.
Gone left onto Glenholme Road and then left again. Oh, collided with a small wall, but it's continuing. It's going to decamp. It's lost its rear side wheel.
That's the riskiest point of losing somebody. As soon as they leave the vehicle and start running, that's when you may lose them.
He's losing control, he's going around corners because he hasn't got the stability at the back end.
As the damaged van speeds down a residential street, an unmarked car joins the chase.
We're Ashwell Road now, Ashwell Road.
The van is going round in circles, and Andy gambles on taking a back road to try and cut it off. They're head to head with the van, but the driver spots a way out.
She says yes, she'll be around in a minute.
The parked cars that present themselves to this driver.
Don't get through.
Getting the 2.5-ton police car turned in the tight city back streets leaves Andy and Lindsay playing catch up.
Maybe a location update where now Walker Drive.
Finally, a city centre patrol car has forced the driver to stop. Two men are pulled from the van.
Yeah, you're under arrest. The failure to stop the police, dangerous driving. The caution that you got, everything from now, defence guilt mentioned. When questioned, something which will later rely in court. Have you anything on you at all that you shouldn't have? Any weapons, anything sharp that could harm us? Right.
PC Mark Claxton finally brought the van to a halt.
This seemed a very desperate man to get away for some reason. If you look here, front blood on the floor, and that's the underlying indication that a vehicle's stolen. But we'll see if we can get into the rear of it. Get out.
Oh, wow. Okay.
A mobile cannabis factory. That'll be the reason that we don't try and get away. And why is that really good? Lindsay and Andy, who decided to stop this vehicle, and it's been brought to their attention. They've just done an absolutely excellent job.
During the chase, Andy suspected the van might be carrying cannabis.
The stench coming from back at van, even in his car following it, were quite overwhelming.
To get that home is significant, really. It's an excellent result to get that cannabis off the street.
There's 2 major drug dealers off at the road. So, yeah, we're doing identifying as quickly as possible and finding out where they're being grown and see if there's any more and confiscating our equipment.
Now, Andy and Lindsay must try and piece together whether the cannabis is being moved from a safe house or if it was stolen.
When we find something like that in the back of the van, it's not the end of the inquiry, it's just the beginning.
Miles away, PC's Paul Crabtree and Chris Percy are eastbound on the M62. This is the main artery across England from Liverpool to Hull. It's one of the busiest motorways in the country.
During the daytime, it's more dealing with accidents. At night time, the opportunity is there for speed.
As the rush hour traffic clears, the cops want to ensure no one is tempted to put their foot down.
Yeah, if they're driving at speed and see it, slow down.
Yeah,
they're observant.
Don't mind that, yeah.
They're switched off and know what's happening around.
But not everyone has seen the motorway cops sitting on the slip left.
No, it's a tool for.
I didn't know if you had patience.
Do you want a coffee or something?
Yeah, I'll have a quick one. Sorry, I'm just going to say.
And that's speed in lane 3, so we'll just set off to chase after it.
The car is travelling so fast, it's nearly out of sight when Paul and Chris join the motorway.
Whereabouts is it now, Paul?
I know, Kate said. I feel like I smell like sick.
We're still doing 110 miles an hour.
Don't throw up on me. Don't throw up on me.
We've got to start.
Anywhere else
We'll
but on
follow
me.
them and see how we go. You could
Why is that?
house. If it's dark, you won't be able to see our markings.
She doesn't look me because there's fucking wind. What we fucking want?
Otherwise, they'd realise that
Jamie, she didn't even look within.
Unaware that the cops are on their tail, the driver keeps his foot down as Paul and Chris begin to gather evidence.
start the equipment and it measures the time and the second book measures the distance. And then we do the same to finish the check. So it measures time distance in the vehicle in front.
98.41 average.
Time's just over a minute, 1 minute, 4 seconds.
Trying to deal with a friend of mine's fucking custody dramas.
Oh God.
Why is that your
At nearly
problem,
100 miles an hour, the driver's stopping distance is
Still
over
not your
200
problem.
metres, the length of 2 football pitches.
No, you don't want to get yourself involved in something so bloody serious. I think you right down in the fucking dumps, that will.
Now have the evidence they need to pull the driver over.
Back
Can't bear things going now. I've got she's taking.
He's fucking jammy, he gets out of blood cleaning
Now
up.
on your speed.
The house is going to look like a new fucking pin by the time they come home from school on a Wednesday. They've got nothing else to do.
See your car? What's your name?
It's like here though, it's just
How
gonna
will you
be.
have the car?
Well no, you can come down here.
I won't be bored. It's shitless. It's actually the first time that me and him haven't been together. Since we've been together. Apart from when he's got on my nerves and I've made him sleep in another room.
Right, I'm going to stop you right, so this is all getting a little bit vague, alright? Let's go right back to the beginning. Yeah. Is it your car?
Well, the vehicle's a company's car.
Right, so why hasn't it started?
Can't wait to get the
It's not a good
this
start,
week.
this one.
Stuff like it.
Start telling you what.
Flipping run out of everything.
I know, so have we.
Right, whose car is it? AC Motors car. No point lying to us because we will find out. Sometimes people just need a little chance to start again. Do you know why we stopped yet? No, we've got that out of the way. You know? Okay. We've been behind you since Junction 22. Okay? Now this might start to new bells where we've stopped you. You want to have a wild guess? And right now I'll tell you how long we've been behind you. It's a good start. Right. What we do basically is see you go back to Junction.
Hopefully now the kids are back in school, we can rebuild the stuff.
Yeah, at least there's no bloody lunches you have to make.
Exactly.
Save some food.
That saves a fortune.
It does.
106.
It really does.
With no sort of
The
speed.
amount of food Kate can eat in the 6 hours she's not at school is unbelievable.
Sounds very loud. And it's probably feeling a bit
The
twitchy.
fruit will last a bit longer than usual.
Speed.
In fairness, right, you know you're doing that because you got to put some task into your focus to do
Spend 5 minutes on it, anyway.
What happens, fortunately for you, when the car comes out in front of you and you have to back your speed off. And if you notice there's some lights to right.
So we've got to go and see that deputy here tomorrow at
The
half
average
3.
check at the end there, 98.41 is your average speed.
Is it alright actually, Mr. Healy?
Because that vehicle moved out in front of him, then yes, the average speed come down.
He was the one that showed us round.
A little bit too quick there, isn't it? Right, what's the rush?
The driver might have escaped an automatic ban, but his ordeal is no dealer. 15 miles away, back in Bradford, the cannabis horn is stirring up a lot of interest. Andy wants it off the streets as soon as possible.
We've got a big crowd in the middle of Wellington, so we need cannabis in the van moving as soon as possible.
It's full of cannabis. How full cannabis is it?
It's Mercedes Sprinter one wheelbase, and the back of it is full of cannabis.
Right next to it.
So that's the sort of volume we're talking about. It's basically a cannabis factory on wheels and moving somewhere else.
Oh, you should have used to see us seriously, right? I had this mate over the road that were going through some
The cops now have information that earlier on the van was seen moving a house only a few miles away.
So every night she used to be scared about being on her own because every time I went to bed, I said, "Oh,
Yeah.
so it's a crime because it was like I was here and her house was there over the road.
They race round to see what
And every time she saw me, every night I was shot at the house. And I was screaming at the top of her lungs. But she just threw up.
the house is deserted.
So I had to go on.
Officers find what's left of a four-story cannabis farm. Sergeant Adam Christ is supervising the house search.
When we got to the address, we realised that something small centre to the ground floor, and then it was stolen.
Right, do you need anything out of Primark tomorrow while I'm going in? Of anything, of any size, for anybody, like yourself?
Mixed up with the people that set up this the cannabis factory, all the other things.
No, it's not my size.
Of course they do!
They don't, honestly. Do you know what size clothes I'm in?
Well, a lot fucking smaller than them.
Believe me, don't, it's not my size.
Well, we do.
I wish. I'll just go to very my
They've got the cannabis plants at the house, and they've got these. We want to take a sample so that we can say that
Is there anything else we need
The cannabis seizure will lead to a major investigation.
because I've got to buy Sarah and Kate some anyway.
No, shh.
They don't check either.
Because there's, what's it when I went through a course by the bloody night, there's hardly anything in it. But
Yeah,
probably
because
everywhere
it's all
else.
fucking out everywhere else, that's the thing. No, she actually has loads of stuff that she's
Got
doing.
enough.
On the M6,
Do they?
PC's Paul Crabtree
Oh,
and
fuck no.
Chelsea are still listening to a driver's excuses.
Hell to the no. They've got more fucking clothes than I can fit in their drawers.
Sounds like my house.
They still have the audacity to come and say, we don't have anything to wear.
I should get back from the post office if you hold on. About 20 past 9.
What are we doing tomorrow about shopping and stuff? Because Sarah's up as well.
I'm just going to take them with me. And I'm just going to taxi it back from. I'll do everything I've got to around Bolton first. Then go to the market and phone the taxi from there. Only cost us £3.54. Because it's only £6.50 to go in hospital, so it's only going to cost like £3.50 to £4 from there. Yeah. So it's done then, yeah.
To try and get off the event. One of them haven't got him, so no, I haven't been told. What we're going to do, I was going to take some details and I'll give you a written notice,
yeah.
Which is notice to the pending prosecution, and a decision will be made as to whether you are summoned to court for attempted speeding.
No,
That
but I'll
probably
get back.
will come through the post within the next
Everything come right for
4 to 6 weeks. Okay.
Everything come back. Oh, she's in school.
Where are you going to? And how long are you going to
John,
to the end of the year, so you don't and then you come
They can
back
go
to the UK
like,
or
hold
not?
hands in the garden.
You are. You're permanent resident in the UK.
They so hate
Find out where you're off.
They're so getting wound up over this. They both go so red. And
it's hysterical.
So when you came back to the country, points in the final will be waiting for.
That's a written
so
version.
one way or the other, we will be related.
Yeah, if it's not through Ashley, it's through John. As long as he's...
Before Paul can issue a notice.
So long as Katie waits until Ashley's legal to find.
She's not having kids till she's 27.
So we're actually 20, so that's
fine.
It's not what you want to hear.
Then we'll pair them off with Katie's 30.
And then by that age,
Look a bit like
yeah, we can
just chill.
I don't know, just put in a house or something, guys.
You can really see it. John will be phoning you, Sarah will be phoning you, but we'll still be throwing dead bombs out when they're
Do you know what though?
We'll
It'll
sit in
be
their grave.
Yeah, we'll be sat on a couch or on rocking chairs, right, by a fire, with Sarah on one phone and John on the other. We're both looking at each other going,
They're both stubborn.
locking themselves in separate rooms in the house going, putting the phones together going to talk to each other. Now, pairing them together would just be a nightmare. Word for how much of a nightmare that would be.
So how we can look at it, if they don't end up together, it's still going to be a nightmare because whoever gets with anybody, they're never going to be good enough. So we can't win either way.
Exactly, no one's ever going to be good enough for the kids. Pete, do you want to go upstairs and get me my photo tips from my drawer?
Yeah.
Thank
Where are they? In your drawer? Which you just said.
Oh, bless. It's alright, Pete. They're back to school
Smoking
tomorrow.
something green, darling.
They'll be back to school tomorrow. Don't panic.
I've never wanted green so much in my fucking life as this last couple of days. Because I've been that stressed. And I'm gonna go over a smoke.
No, I've got smoke because you smoke that. I'm gonna drink. I'm doing, right, he obviously, his mate Stephen, it's his same birthday on the same day,
from the Department for Transport.
The target on this particular week was just a general national road safety week. So it's almost catch up, just get out there, see what you can find.
They heavily head to a busy slipway near Junction 27. Their job is to pull vehicles in for inspection before they have the chance to get onto the motorway.
If the vehicles are not safe or doing anything wrong, then they're doing it speed, I guess. That's a normal thing.
Dale's attention is soon caught by an old
I need to put dinner inside.
Who's that?
Steve's next door to me.
We'll definitely have a look around it. Just age of vehicles, something on the line, something's wrong with it. I suppose some people may think not it may seem trouble, it may seem quite hard.
Where are you, Mum? So I was asking.
But it's there.
Mine barely and mine
takes a split second for it to evolve into something so much more.
Nothing to worry about. I'm sure
I have left the country. It's been nice knowing you.
Oh, don't you have a nuclear meltdown?
No, she'll just move in. She'll be alright. Do you know all you need to do? Just tell her friends it's like before, she's like, don't put some out. You leave me a beat. Do you know what? I'll leave you one beat out. She's like, don't little does she know, I'm taking it off the table tomorrow. And put it back in the box and I'm putting it.
These phrases, these faces, they know that one is obviously on the t-shirt. So it certainly makes you wonder what exactly am I here in
what sort of policy is it? Right, I didn't know if it was recovery sales.
No, it's MOT because you're not allowed to use them if they're MOT exempt for personal.
Yeah, I can get away with it because I was upstairs when Pete text. Putting him to bed, so I goes in and thought I've locked the door, and then I'm going to get out. Like, or even the door, the bedroom door.
About the leakage treated in the standard clear greenish coloured these are what you'd normally buy running tractor equivalent JCB. As long as it's not on the road, fine to use it. It's exactly the same product. The rest will just have to die placed in it as manufactured to indicate it's not suitable to go around.
Well, I've been done before. So, they're on the side, yeah.
And then, boys kept obviously banging on the door.
The driver has an excuse.
Yeah. Like, I kept hearing him. Because he was shouting at each other.
The evidence is stacking up, and his day is about to get worse.
So, I went upstairs to sit in my room to listen to it. None of them knew this because they're all separate.
While they continue to examine the van,
and
10 miles east on the
I went to
M62
the
on
door
south of Leeds,
because I could hear sound.
he sees Phil Stonebanks and
Do
Dave
you know what? I
Watson
went to the door and I
also
knocked
look out
on
for
the door.
motorists
So I
breaking
went,
the law.
"Come away, we told you!" And I opened the door and went, "Oh really?" And she went, "Oh what the
Why were the kids getting it?
Because you know, it was the boys, obviously. So she told them to go away. So then I went, alright, stop your knickers. And she went, I'm sorry, Emma. I said, it's fine. She's like, the boys are doing me head in. I said, right. I said, well, stop being stop your knickers.
Just 30 minutes into their shift, and a car has caught their attention.
It was just the look of pure shock on her face when she realised it was me.
It was right before you were in the bathroom with Ellie. And someone was sitting about in the kitchen and he came in, so I was looking quiet, asking for some bread. And he did something anyhow. So me and Katie just turned around and we both went. And the look that Katie gave him was the same as mine, but hers worked better. I'm thinking, you're going to have no problems when you have kids.
That's because he's...
It's just a look.
That's because it's Katie.
That's reason enough to check it out.
Come on, think quick, can't I?
Either way, Katie's spoken for. If that was actually a job. Either way, Katie's gone. She's got the choice to do, and that's it. These are your options.
You are not allowed anymore. And you are having the other one. That means Ellie gets double count.
Hell to the
No, Ellie's going to be a crazy little cat lady.
Yeah, Ellie's going to be a crazy cat lady. We're going to decide. It's not fine. Just no way. Hell is Earth. No way.
You really don't want to respond to that? Relation, no? Don't want to respond to that.
Have you been smoking some Orion stuff?
What's your name, please?
Oh, there's some stuff. Good.
It's alright, maybe so.
Oh god, no. No, sorry, kill it. It lasts all of 30 seconds before she throttled him.
Yeah. You know, so please, oh, you're the rest of the
That's
world. The full driving license?
No,
The driver license check is the one that catches out everybody if they've got a driver license and they're going to card and all things like that. It's just a case of putting the right details into the computer.
Yeah, can you stay on the driver license, please? The driver license check. Their name is Johnson, the name is Dean, where are you heading, brother?
Not sure.
Yeah, but you know when they're playing out? You know when they're playing out, she's in the car. So even if one of them fell over, she couldn't exactly run down the stairs or run out the living room or anywhere. She lives in that bathroom. And if she's not in the bathroom, she's in the front of the house getting dressed with the window wide open. Why not would you do that? A Rex drove past the other day. The kid's dad and sent her a text saying, "Nice black bra you got on this morning." She was like looking around to say, the text back saying, "Well, your window view from the front of the house shows it all. Why would you get unchanged with your window? Curtain, open, blinds, whatever. Why? Why would anybody do that? The girls aren't even allowed to do that. Why would a grown woman?
See, I
for
must
attention.
admit, I have taken my, because I'll take my bra off without moving my top. I have great.
Yeah, but I do that. I'll show Katie how to do it.
So I'll sit here, if I'm on the couch and I'm uncomfortable, I won't bother pulling all the curtains, I'll just take it off.
Yeah, because that's how we know.
No one can see anything.
Exactly. I think that.
But, like, getting... No.
No.
Do it here.
No. But no, she seems to not care.
Next thing I want to do is get your knockers out there.
Yeah, full view that way. You can see everything.
Because we sat there the other day when Tycoon and Mike was out. And he went, Auntie Emma, I said, yeah. She went, why is there a naked man in that window? I went,
No,
what? And she was looking out that window and I'm thinking, dear God, don't let him be Brian, please.
No, Brian will go around naked. He's not allowed. He would love to, but he's not allowed.
And I was scared, it's a lot.
No, but from that window, when he hasn't got a t-shirt on, it looks like he's naked because you can't see from the waist down from that top window. But really he's not, he's got pants on.
But when she said it, because I was facing that way, and she was like, and I'm going, don't look, and I'm thinking, I don't want to turn around.
All I can say is this morning, when we was messing about in our bedroom, I'm glad our curtains were still shut. Otherwise, there would have been a crash. Would have been a big, huge crash.
No, I was at my mum's at the time.
No, I was like,
No,
but I think what she was going like, to put my hand in front of her eyes and she's doing that, and I'm like, Tasman!
It just needs a good dinner.
You need a fucking dog! So what is doing it now? Fucking cat climbing up to the windowsill and I'm thinking, that's gonna jump one day.
Yeah.
Gonna fucking jump on her own.
I need a decent petrol. To buy bowls.
Have you been? There's one by Morrison's on the high street there.
There's actually a really good one across on the wall as well.
Yeah.
You know, to get the big bowls.
Well, since it's just us, we're going to go down to Radcliffe tomorrow to get the cat litter. Or are we actually going to try a pet shop up here and see if
there is quite a few pet shops.
There is quite a few pet shops. We've never really looked around these pet shops, have we?
Why don't you get that? I forget the name of it.
Right, what's it called?
But it's in a blue.
I can only use the one kind.
It's a blue.
It's not cat sand, is it?
Yeah, it'd be cat sand.
Yeah, with the white kitties on the front.
It's really expensive for the amount we go through. We tend to get the big sacks. Because it needs changing every day.
But maybe with that, because it's like it fingers the odour or something.
The one we get has overeater in it. Right, it's just with Zeus's arse, no amount of overeater.
Jesus Christ, no.
But I only like Sophisticat. Right.
Why don't you have a look online in the pet shops around here?
Because there are only pet shops
They don't. Yeah. The only problem with the cat sand that you get is that it turns super pink.
Yeah, the Sophisticat turns super
Sophisticat, that's one.
But what about pet shop?
They don't do it.
No, I meant for the cat litter, not to take them.
No, I don't do pets at home, do I?
Not really, no.
Well, when the dog does move in, will you help me do the pet insurance?
Now, finally, the truth is.
But what I'll do is I'm going to have a look around the pet shop tomorrow. But there is that place on the outdoor market as well.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to go tomorrow. After I've been to Primark and look. I don't know if they're going to have the right size ones.
They have some quite good ones in B&M though as well. And they have good beds.
Or the big one, because they're the big ones.
Yeah.
The one that's further up from my
The bigger one in town is...
If you do get caught, then you know, looking at between 5 and 8.
You're going to go to Morrison's anyway, aren't you?
I don't know if this one will have it.
It's just not worth it at the end of the day.
What's that?
Well, it's not at the end of the day.
It's not a huge B&M one.
Yeah, but it's... What day are they coming?
Tuesday. It's coming Tuesday night.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah.
It's not the end of the world if you come back and you haven't got the bowls. Do you mean the size bowls like I've got for cats?
If the driver was still hopeful, he might yet talk his way out of trouble.
Right, it's not the end. If by the time you come back you've not got you can always look out. There's plenty of places. There's the range, does really good pet stuff. There's what's that place next to it? Jolly's.
I don't want to overspend because it is only a bloody bowl.
Well, exactly.
And what I've got Katie had a blanket since she was born. She used to have it over her cot.
Yeah.
So you've got money self-prepared, but you have plenty of opportunities there to tell his real name.
The dog will find it though.
Because it's not actually going to... Because it's going to end up on my bed, whichever way I look at it. Or it's going to end up on Sarah's bed, whichever way I look at it. If Sarah gets her own way, the dog will be in her room.
By attempting to give us false details.
It lays out, you know when it lays outside the room. In between the two bedrooms, it lays there on the land.
But no big deal at the end of the day, it's only bowls.
Yeah. Oh, fucking eat some hands anyway.
What I might do is I might actually go have a look round some
As
of them.
nightfalls across West Yorkshire, a new
Well,
team
that
takes to
and
the
then
races. DC Mick Roth and Rob Jones from the Yorkshire
Well, I mean,
Humber
the bowls we can always pick up anyway.
Well, exactly.
Because the bowls they're not normally expensive. You can get them a couple of quid.
It's just the bigger versions of them, but it has the trim on the bottom.
Yeah, it's the dog bowls. They're
The size of a
small
dinner
dog
plate.
bowls.
The size of a dinner plate thing.
Tonight they're travelling in convoy behind another unmarked car. They don't normally deal with traffic offences, but as they leave the M1 to join the M621, the driver grabs their attention.
You not had another
Yeah, but how do, right, seriously, when they don't run around like loon balls all day, right, which they haven't been, how do they go to sleep?
You know, tried to take the between us and push his way past and hadn't quickly replaced.
Did you get them at that time this morning?
No, they wake up themselves, don't they?
Ash woke up himself at 6:30 and then I woke up. I don't let him lay in.
Not even when it's holiday?
No.
Ashley doesn't have a lay-in button
See,
at the moment.
no, Ash doesn't lay in anyway, so it's always on. But it's also the fact of, if it's a long holiday, I'll let them for a week.
Right.
I don't like them getting out of their routine.
But then again, I mean, considering I did what Sarah woke her up,
Cops have a nickname for
she
their
has it
cops who
actually
dish
done
out
quite
tickets.
well.
The term rat or black rat is widely known.
I'm gonna have to stop running around
Black
London.
officers. It's a generic term and it's just seen as a bit of a joke really. They do a great job and they're very
Huh?
good at what
Someone's
they
got a thing because she just
I had a reputation for being the rat anti, so it's quite amusing to me that he's the one that's going on heading about the road and following around.
But the driver's not finished yet.
As soon as he crossed those white lines, pulled that dangerous manoeuvre, that was a point where there was no going back.
If we had stopped him spontaneously, an expectation that he would have caused an accident at some point.
How do? Give us a particular reason or?
What?
Take a seat in house, please. Really please,
Where do I have to go?
Hospital.
No, Wednesday.
No. Next Monday. For yourself.
No.
Has she told you?
Who? What?
Hey, I love you so much. Come give me a cuddle.
No, shut up.
La la la
The phone call she had earlier was a reminder.
Oh, what,
Kids are
for
in
her
bed.
dermatologist?
Yes.
Yes.
Next Monday on the 9th at 10:20.
Haven't I got that written down already?
Yeah, but she was a confirm. She had to confirm it on the thingy, and I made sure she did confirm it.
She confirmed it,
It's
did
all
she?
right. If Brian's working, I'm gonna come with you to make sure you do it.
That's actually the same time as Ellie's appointment, isn't it? But on a different day, obviously.
What time's Ellie's on
10:20.
Wednesday?
Wednesday.
So we should be going in to school after.
Well, it depends on how much it is. If what they've got to do hurts, and Sarah's quite good.
Yeah, it depends on how long it takes as well, and how long.
Well, I think taking the thing off, x-raying it, and then putting it back
Well,
on.
yeah.
If that's the case, it's going to hurt her. I'm not going to have to give her gas and air and whatnot. I'm not going to send her into school with the after effects of gas and air.
She'll have the school lit up in a series. Let her go in.
But yeah, I think they'll probably change the bandages as well, because if she's got an open cut there, they're going to want to change it.
Yeah, they will
and check
change it. They will change it.
The good sign is it's not hurting her, so it means that it should be reasonably clean. The only thing is itching, which is fine.
Which is meant to.
Yeah, exactly.
When they do take the bandage off, let her look at it. So she can see
probably
that
won't
the
want to.
stitches are dissolving. Let her look at it.
No, they don't dissolve.
Don't tell. Why
Because
do
they're
they
going
put-
back in through the same incision.
Oh my god.
20 miles
So they don't have to make two
When
incisions.
are they taking the rods out?
Like 6 weeks, whenever it's healed.
In the early hours
Anywhere
of the morning,
between 2
the
and
roads
10
may be
weeks.
quiet, but there are
The
still
overall
plenty of
one.
law breakers around.
Depends how quick she heals.
It's just like the rectory.
you get people with prostitutes in the car that are engaged in sexual activities.
Do you mind? I'm saying.
It could be anything. That sort of time.
But yeah,
It was a car that was out of place. It was flirting.
we don't feel use this, we're not going to.
I recall it was car being driven.
No, because you don't.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm thinking. Everything's got to stop it. It was doing things that you wouldn't expect a careful, competent driver to do. It just heightens your suspicion.
Because you've only got to stay in the dark for 3 weeks. Yeah. Which is fine.
No, it's not. I've got things to do.
Smell without.
Yeah, just think about cleaning the house and things.
You can stay in the house.
Close all the blinds and clean. Clean my candle lights.
She should be alright with the curtains open, I thought, wouldn't you? It's just the light bulbs have got to change.
I don't know everything until I see the actual living holiday. And it won't, the treatment will be starting on the night.
But you
That's when I see
can
the
at least
result.
find out what it entails.
Non-continuous blow.
Can't, yeah. Because they're not going to do anything to you on that day.
No.
They're only going to talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're not losing anything.
We'll see the extent of my...
Emma, it makes you feel better.
No.
The driver seems to know
And
he's in
everybody
big
else can
trouble.
help.
Anything above an alcohol count of 35 and he risks losing his licence.
I think from speaking to you, probably do it.
Yeah. The face don't work, and when it doesn't work with the kids, and you've got no chance. Pete, don't look at her. Do not look at her.
Don't look at me, I look at
Look at her face. She's doing the Sarah. Sarah did it to her before. She was doing it to Katie. Kate's great. Kate again. Yeah, she does every time. Kate's going to be a real walkover. She's going to be firm, and she's going to have to look, but she is going to be a walkover.
She's been natural. All the time, I'll say something. And they go, Kate, and she'll go, what, my baby? I just told him now. She's like, oh. You can't take two if you're doing it.
So he's coming with us, drink driving. So
Katie called. Was it Katie that called at him today? Calling John or something? John was sulking. I think it was Katie that called at him. Man adult? What's that? And she went, a man that's supposed to be an adult. She was telling him to stop sulking. John's sulking.
Full of himself.
The sulking was really nice. Just because it was after all that shower.
Yeah, it's alright.
He thought that it was really empowering and confident.
I told Brandon to laugh his ass off. In a funny kind of way, because I told him what we were doing. But then on the next breath he turned around and says, right, well, if he starts raising his voice like that, send him round here, I'll take him for a long walk on how to treat his mother.
Oh, seriously. If carries on like that, it'll get a week on my dad. I'm not joking, I will.
As if they pull into the police station, the driver makes another desperate attempt to get off.
Unless you don't want to go out more.
Yeah. Not a lot. Not what's it, but firm, and the way that he doesn't like the way his kids talk to the parents that way.
Jay has always had
It doesn't work. His only destination is the custody suite, where he'll be
two people that he's not so much scared of, but that he knows are serious. And that's Joe and my dad. And when we used to live in Vancouver, there was a point where he smacked me with Jay. About 2 years ago now. We were getting really angry, because I wasn't paying attention to what I used to do last night. I got really angry, and he smacked me in the back of the head. And it set me into a fit. Wow. So I ended up on the floor.
So you've got the thingy in the back of your neck.
I don't know what it was. I set off on it.
It's a mechanism that's loose.
See, if you've ever...
Yeah.
This is why I go so mad at him.
getting angry because I know what the next step is. And this is why I've said to you before, if he hits Sarah, I don't know about it. Because he doesn't like to hit people.
Yeah.
He whacks her if he hits Sarah. We know about it. But
I don't think he ever would.
I don't think he would, no.
No.
But I do
He
know.
might with some people.
It's like the other day when she said that though, when she turned around to be hitting her, and I knew he hadn't.
She got me so injured.
But he turned around afterwards and goes, I should have just hit her. Why? Because I got in trouble for it. I said, no, you didn't.
She did.
I said, I know you didn't do it. I know that you didn't do it. I said, you don't have no right to lose your temper. The next step is you getting.
Yeah.
I said, but
She did have a mark on her, but it wasn't for men.
But it was like when we were in Bradford and he hit me like that, Joe came around, because one time, while I was having a fit, he rubbed Joe, because he always rubbed Joe when I was drunk. Joe came round, came in, asked what happened, dealt with me, and when I was coming round, I kind of shied away from Jay. Because I've been through it.
Yeah, even though he's a kid, still hurt.
And I shied away like that, and it hurt him. And Joe just turned around and picked him up by the scruff of his neck, held his back against the wall, picked him up in the air, and the next time he touched him, covered off fucking got away. He just went in.
Is this a man?
Hey?
Is this the fella or a woman?
Jojo.
Yeah, Joe. Just stay there.
Stay back down. You just picked him up and put him up on the wall like that. The next time you were here, I'll drop you.
Last time you were charged or last time you were...
So, he never lets Joe use it. Joe wouldn't hit him. He wanted to scare him, he had to scare him.
And he did scare him. I know what the thing is. That's what Bride does, but he does it.
The way we see it is, what happened to Joe wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know, he could have killed me. So he has to be scared. With Jay, punishments don't work. Taking things off him doesn't work. It's all down to scare. And that's what I do with it. It's all down to mind games with Jay. That's what I did with him out there. Smacking him. There's no point. There's no point punishing him. There's no point doing any of that.
There's no point smacking them.
But
Wouldn't anyhow.
doing that, what I did out there, that made more of an impact than shouting at him.
From then on, I think he
There's ways and means of doing everything. The smacking isn't the answer anyway.
See, I've smacked, I'll admit, I smacked because of now.
Yeah, smack them, blooming it. I haven't not smacked him. But
The only time I have smacked him and felt really guilty was when Ashley was about. I didn't smack him, I smacked his hand. Because he was trying to play the fucking plug socket.
Yeah.
And I didn't smack him to tell him off, I smacked him to get his fucking hand away from the plug socket.
Yeah.
But it was blowing. Because obviously I didn't expect to smack him, so I didn't control how hard I smacked his hand away.
Yeah.
I just went, ah! Like that.
Oh, you
And
do.
his
It's
hand
frightening, isn't it?
blowing.
Bloody
And I
frightening.
felt awful.
See?
But it had to be done. You can never touch the plug sockets as well.
No. Kate tried putting her head in the oven once.
It's like the biting thing. Ashley used to bite. And I bit him back one day. He never bit me since. He was. I hated it. The only other thing he still does now, which I can't get him out of. Who's that? He still does it now. You can see him with a bruise there. It's because he's been smacking his head on Strangely enough, his namesake was like Ashley.
My brother used to just hit walls.
Sarah bangs her head on stuff, but it's because she knows if it's a head, it's not going to hurt her.
Sam's son.
He's an idiot.
Yeah. Their second eldest son, Ashley, my God, is who Ashley's named after.
Yeah.
And he has scarily, a lot of tendencies with Ashley. Which worries me more than anything, because I know what Ashley's like now.
Right.
Druggy, 14,
He's been into
Kate won't allow it.
he's been into psychiatric care a lot.
Kate won't allow it.
But he used to smash his own play floor.
Some people can do that. It doesn't get them anywhere. It just gets them a bruised head.
It's a release. They don't know how to cope with their feelings, and it's a release.
Flipping feeling. Last time Sarah was on that, I turned around and said it damaged the wall. She used to sit there when she was little, whacking around. I'm thinking, you that's why when Sarah hurts herself, I just turn around and say if it was a head, just leave it.
This driver.
No, what it is with kids and they're red.
An awful lot of alcohol. What time was that? But at some point it's that conscious decision that you're going to get in the car and drive it when you're not fit to drive it.
Yes.
So do you need anything from Grandma or anybody?
No, I don't think the kids are pretty well suited clothing.
Not need anything. The same why I'm in there. If there was anything, it'd say.
The only thing it would be like some new jeans to replace those other ones, but I quite like choosing my own jeans.
I don't like choosing your own jeans. I choose your
I mean,
jeans.
I quite like.
I choose Brian's jeans. Brian's not allowed to choose.
No, neither is he.
But besides that,
No, right. You get
Whole saggy arse thing, I don't do, thank you. I'm gonna wear jeans but I'll hold you nicely or you just don't.
Yeah, it's just got to hold the bum shape on it.
Exactly.
So you can actually see their bum when they bend.
Exactly.
Instead of seeing this saggy piece of cloth hanging off their arm.
See?
There's no point buying a pair of jeans that isn't snug on their bum.
He's got a couple of pairs of jeans. Looks like he's got 10 arses, I swear.
the blue ones. See anything?
Drives me crazy. And one of the first things I did when he moved in with me is I made him go out and buy jeans, and I took him shopping. And I said, right, them.
I never actually know where those jeans disappeared to.
Which ones?
I bought, you know, when we first moved in, when I first moved in, even before I moved in, we bought some jeans.
You're probably down at your mum and dad's.
No, because I cleared all my clothes out and bought them up. So either my dad stole them or my brother stole them.
See, no, but seriously, if you're going to wear jeans, you've got to be able to pull them off each back. Because Brian seriously don't have a pair of legs. So, because he's got really skinny legs. My legs are fatter than his. He's jealous, really. His top half and his bottom half is not nice. So his top half is way bigger than his bottom half. That's why you hardly ever see him in a pair of shorts, because he's paranoid. And I'm thinking, why?
That's what I hate about Ellie. Because her legs, like if I buy her pants, I've got to buy her 11 miles. And her tops are 10 to 11. And her legs just go on fucking miles. And I'm like, do you know how many people on your road that are going to want your legs? Yeah. And she's like,
Her Kate's legs.
just fucking don't stop.
All the way up there.
What the fuck did you get that from?
not the smaller part of the family. No, so, yeah. I have to buy jeans that keep his back now.
I'll tell you this as well.
Not what I think. Really wasn't. But then, again, saw his legs first.
What's in the job of the legs?
Right, I'm trying to get back.
Is that why you kept me?
Yeah, it's all because you're
nice to me. Apart from I see it far too often all the time.
Well, the kids do anyway.
Even Katie now, before she turns around and goes, Pete pants.
That's not
She used to say to me, she used to occasionally nudge me. And I'd say it to you, and now she just goes, yes, Pete pants.
She's comfortable.
Not comfortable, she pretty much lives here.
But normally, Katie doesn't do that. She was before we moved here, she didn't go anywhere. She went to her dad's and ours, and that was it. She never went in anybody else's house. She didn't sit with anybody else. That were it. So for her to move here and be like this is totally different.
So she'll come and Jay sat there, and I'm sat here. And she'll go, Jay, get out your seat. And she'll move him to sit there. And I'm like, alright. Like, yeah. Stretches her legs out. You got there? Yeah, I could sleep here. Not fucking doing it. I have said to her though, be careful that you don't go upsetting you.
Why would I be upset?
Not upsetting, more. I know how I'd be. I don't want you to.
It doesn't bother me.
I don't want you to think that she's always here and. As long as it doesn't. If it does, tell me and I can. Why would it go away more often?
It doesn't bother me, huh? If it doesn't bother you, why would it bother me?
Not as light as now.
Because she never used to go anywhere. So pretty much, till she moved here, the only break I ever got was her at her dad's.
There is going to have to be a point though, where I'm going to have to draw a line between Sarah and Kate. Because I have this thing of, when Kate is in, I feel bad finding Sarah because Kate is here. But sometimes, Sarah gets too loud. Like when I'm trying to put Ashley to bed.
Yeah, that's why I said to her, you can't come in as soon as I
I kind of worry about saying to Sarah, right, you know, now, out. Because Kate is here.
No.
And I don't want to feel like I have to get rid of Kate.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You turn around to Sarah and you say Ashley's going to bed. You have one and one only chance. If I hear your mouth, you're out. And then turn around to Katie and say the same.
Yeah.
So then it doesn't look like you're just saying it to one. You've said it to both of them, even though you know Kate's not going to.
Yeah.
But you've warned them both.
Yeah.
And then if Sarah does, see you. But I've told them anyway. I told Sarah from 6 o'clock you don't knock on Emma's door because Ashley's gone to bed. School routine, that's it. After 6 you don't knock. But there again after 6 o'clock Sarah's got her down. Because I'm trying to
put her into a routine.
Bring her in. After 6 you're not outside.
The drunk driver was disqualified from driving for 16 months and fined £235.
And whether Kate is at
I mean,
home or
Ashley's
whether
not
she's
in bed at 6, that's his calm down time.
Yeah.
6 till 7, then he's in bed at 7.
Yeah.
He needs an hour to chill out him.
Yeah.
And if I put him in his bedroom and he's not chilled out, he's not going to leave.
No.
Whereas if he's had an hour to calm down, by the time he takes him up to bed reading the stories, he's gone.
Yeah, just do it that way.
Deadline day, a special from Football Focus at 10:35. Next, it's
Because even though Katie will know, you're not actually technically saying it to her because I'll tell her first. But then to Sarah, it looks like you've told them both, and then she's not thinking, why is it just
I don't want Sarah to think I was picking on her.
Just tell her.
Because I know she can take very easy.
Yeah, she is easily offended. Right? That's something she has to learn to get out.
Yeah.
Right, but as I said, I'll tell Katie what you're going to do. And then you tell them both, and then she thinks, oh, right, we've both been told. Yeah, if she's not.
I mean, it's like she was saying the day before yesterday, she's like, when Ellie has an next operation, she has to stay in the theatre. I said, well, you need to learn to be quiet. Yeah. I said, because I can't have you in a hospital like that. I said, there's no problem with you taking you.
No, the point of what's it when it comes seriously. Sarah's completely different when it comes to hospital. She totally changes because she has gone quite a lot of the time. She's seen her grandma in hospital.
That was my other
her granddad in hospital. She goes on the ward where her dad works when they meet him on a Friday when he's finished. So she's there with all the old people on stroke wards, on cardiac wards.
She needs to tell her dad it's going to get put away if he carries on stroking people. So,
when Sarah does go into a hospital,
briefed at the White House on the case
but that is the only time
we have been given some reason
because she knows
that
it's a form of respect. You have to then people are ill.
Yeah.
Shut up.
To see
Yeah, shut up.
The details.
You don't see them.
But Downing Street has again
But
rejected calls.
as I was known that,
British involvement
see, she
without
was
the
4.
latest.
Yeah.
Also tonight.
When she used to first go when her grandma was ill, because her grandma had 3 strokes within the space of 2 months. And then she was hospitalised, and we used to go and see her. Taking a 4-year-old kid, I'm thinking now.
It's a bad idea.
It actually wasn't.
Yeah, they do know at that age.
It actually wasn't. But no, she's not normally that bad.
David Jacobs, the popular broadcaster.
Do you want cream for that?
6 decades. Has done.
Oh my god, they're dropping like flies.
Who was that?
J. David Jacob?
There was one yesterday.
Yeah.
J. David Frost.
Okay, honey. I will see you in the morning.
See you in the morning.
Shall see you in the morning.
Wish I could kick you out, so to speak.
Good evening. The Syrian president has challenged his accusers to provide the slightest proof that his forces have used chemical weapons. Bashar al-Assad warned that the Middle East would explode if American and France.
He just got one of those names, hasn't he?
French authorities had released their own intelligence on chemical weapons.
French authorities had intelligence.
The samples collected by UN chemical weapons inspectors in Damascus have arrived for detailed laboratory analysis in Europe. It may be some time before the results are published, and they will not apportion blame. Meanwhile, the pressure is mounting on France, the one European country which will support the Americans in punishing the Syrian regime. The Syrian president is giving an interview to a French paper where he threatens France if it joins any attack on Syria. President Assad told the Figaro that there will be repercussions, negative ones obviously, on the interests of France. The president said the Middle East is a powder keg and the fire is approaching. He warned of a regional war if the West launches an operation. In Paris today, the French Prime Minister summoned other ministers to an emergency meeting to brief them on intelligence reports. They were told French intelligence had counted at least 281 dead. That's considerably less than the American figure, but the French said that reports of up to 1,500 killed were consistent with a heavy use of chemical weapons. We have to respond to what they've done. The aim is to stop Bashar al-Assad from using chemical weapons against his people. This 9-page intelligence report released by the French authorities concluded there had been a massive use of chemical weapons. It says the rockets came from areas under Syrian government control, and it said this was all done at a level of sophistication that could only belong to the Syrian regime.
Oh god, that's huge.
The French Parliament will debate Syria. At present, there will not be a vote on military action, but the French government is under pressure to allow lawmakers to vote, as they have done in Britain and will do in America. In the United States, the administration has been meeting key senators as it prepares to ask Congress next week for the authority to use military force in Syria. The outcome of the vote is uncertain.